What's up, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Be sure to hit that like button when you come through the door. I want to give a shout out to all of my subs, day ones, and as well as the new subs. I appreciate your support for the progression of this channel. And I also want to give a shout out to the whole entire Lions Den, both basketball and as well as boxing communities. In this case, we talking nothing but hoops. Nothing but hoops, baby. And we are live. I'll give some people a couple minutes and then we'll get right to it. Sugar, what's going on, beautiful? The lovely, beautiful brown sugar is in the building. The queen has entered the building. Hope everybody is doing all right. I'll give it a couple minutes. Dante Davis, I see you in here, brother. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing all right this afternoon. I'm pretty sure y'all love this topic right here. What, the main one, the main topic. Yeah, hit that like button for your boy. Please, I don't charge anything for the like button. The like button is definitely free. So all you got to do is hit it, and all you got to do is just share it. If y'all want more, if y'all want it to get out in the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Let us know. What's up with it, True the King? I see you in here. Okay. All right, yeah, so you giving me a hint. You basically saying straight hurry up. That's what you saying. All right. I'll hurry up. I'll get right to it. Make sure y'all go sub to the brother True the King too. Definitely on and popping on this channel. Definitely one of the best debaters on YouTube. Definitely gonna bring logic to the table. And he is a Celtics fan. That's why he's in here right now, I imagine, because we're getting ready to talk about a former Celtic in Rajon Rondo. Okay. Now, as you know, Rajon Rondo, he called it a career today. I want to give a shout out to the brother Too Raw for TV. He was the only one that I saw that reported it. Definitely go sub to Too Raw for TV. All of his platforms. Now, and we know Brown Sugar. She's a Celtics fan too as well. And Rajon Rondo, man, is one of those players, man, who I've always liked. First and foremost because of his intellect. And he definitely does have a case to be in the Hall of Fame, regardless of what anybody says, okay? And I'm going to tell you some factors why. Uh, First and foremost, 60% of the majors say that Rajon Rondo's chances of getting into the Hall of Fame are great. Not only is he a two-time champion, he did it with two of the major franchises, the storied franchises. When we talk about the Celtics and we talk about the Lakers, okay, to some people that doesn't mean much, but when I look at something like that, that's phenomenal because it's not easy to win in LA, and it definitely is not easy to win in Boston. Okay, let's go through some of his credentials. Okay, you're talking about a four-time All-Star. Okay, three-time assist leader. Okay, All NBA third team, two-time All Defensive first team. That's the one that stands out to me in that book. Now, I know he doesn't have as many as, say, like a Michael Jordan, who's nine-time All Defensive. And I think, to my knowledge, I think Paul Pierce, he was eight-time All Defensive. Now, I don't know if that's first team, but Paul Pierce, a lot of people don't talk about that. And that's why a lot of people put the edge of Paul Pierce, unfortunately, above. Well, they don't put him above D Wade, but they say that Paul Pierce has a case. And that's kind of ironic because a lot of people don't look at Paul Pierce as a defender. But I'm just talking about Celtics. I didn't mean to get off the subject, but let me get back into it. Right? What's up with it, Ted? I see you in the building, bro. Uh, and what did you say? You said I think anybody makes it to the NBA. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Now he's also a two-time All Defensive Second Team. He led the league in steals in 2010. And I want to stop right there for a second. As a point guard, if you're able to do that, you're in the cream of the crop because that's what point guards are known to do. When you think about CP3, he was leading the league in both assists and steals multiple seasons. Okay, that stands out in your mind when you think about John Stockton leading the league in assists and steals. Rajon Rondo, he was able to do that. Uh, Also, he's 14th all time in assists with 7,584. Okay, he's 15th all time in triple doubles with 32. Get this. He's not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. He's six all time in playoff triple doubles with 10 of them. Okay. So he definitely does have a case to be in the Hall of Fame, like I said. Some people can even look at when they talk about the big three and all this other stuff. Rajon Rondo, you could say that Rajon Rondo was a fourth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the brother Tural had pointed out. I'm glad he pointed that out too because I had said that for a long time. There were a lot of times when some of those guys weren't able to show up. Guess who happened to show up like a true leader did? It was Rajon Rondo. Was he the best shooter at the beginning of his career? No, but let's go ahead and let's make a comparison right there, okay? Because we do have to get surgical and we'll get scientific. Look at Jason Kidd, okay? They played a similar style, okay? Jason Kidd was a little bit more acrobatic, but they played a similar style. Jason Kidd could not shoot. He wasn't a very good shooter, but toward the end of his career, guess what? He was able to win championships off of the strength of him, off of his shooting. What do you think Rondo did when he was with the Lakers? You understand? So that's a comparison. Plus, they played similar styles. They were able to fill up a stat sheet. They were a walking triple double. Kidd was a walking triple double, and so was Rajon Rondo. And on top of that, when we talk about Kidd as a player, he had more championships than Kidd. But Kidd might he has championships in total. He got two of them. They both got two apiece. But Kidd got one as an assistant. And you got to realize who was on that team too as well when they won that championship. It was Jason Kidd. He was there as an assistant along with Rondo. So when we talk about the intellect that's involved in winning championships, Rajon Rondo is one of the best at it. Like I said, man, his shooting, the cons of his case of getting into the Hall of Fame, just small, just minor, was his shooting and on the off court numbers. But the thing about it is what do we know Rondo as? We know him as playoff Rondo. That means that he shows up when it's time, when all the chips are on the line, when the pressure is mounted most. That's where you make your name. Rajon Rondo might be quiet, cruising on cruise control throughout the whole entire regular season, but as soon as them playoffs come, Brown Sugar, as soon as them playoffs come, True the King, as soon as them playoffs come, Ted, guess what? Guess who shows up? What's up with it, Be Nice? I see you in the building, man. You said Rondo was known more for his playoff performances, always stepped up. Yeah, but he was brilliant through the regular season. He still was good. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when you talk about impact and you're talking about doing it at the highest peak of the season, that's where he tend to make his name. But don't let's not get it mistaken. That's why he's got five total all defensive teams for a reason. This man played both ends of the floor, and on top of that, what gets slept on, be nice. is the fact that Rajon Rondo, he guarded people that were bigger than him, sometimes the best player. He guarded a Kobe Bryant. He guarded a LeBron James. He didn't mind picking up Harden. He didn't mind picking up that best player on the team. He was always giving up well over 5 inches. He reminded me of Westbrook a little bit. He showed up when needed. Yeah, exactly. But as much as I love Westbrook, Sugar Mama, and he is my favorite player. The intellect, man, of Rondo was just second to none, man. He's a very intelligent player. I know he had troubles off the court, like many guys. He had a little just here recently. He had a an issue that went on and stuff, but it doesn't take away from his greatness. I'll take Rondo as a point guard any day, and he's one of the old school point guards, like B Nights were just saying. He controls the offense. That is what a true point guard is supposed to do. When we talk about, like, that's just like what I was talking about, like Paige Bucher, like how she plays the game and stuff. And I was talking about her this morning. That's how you're supposed to play the point guard, and that's a female. When you look at the great point guards over time, when you look at a John Stockton, when you look at a Jason Kidd, when you look at a Nate Tiny Archibald, when you look at a Oscar Robertson, even though he played both positions, when you look at Isaiah Thomas, who I have starting, when you look at Magic Johnson, those guys, they knew how to set the table, and Rondo definitely does do that. What's up with it, Cypress TV? I'll see you in the building. Make sure y'all go sub up to Cypress, all right? And Cypress, man, we got to talk about your boy BG, man. But yes, he's definitely in the Hall of Fame. Rajon Rondo, I did want him with the Sixers. I would have loved to have him with the Sixers. I felt like he could have really helped us. I mean, if you're going to put Kyle Lowry on there, you know what I'm saying? Because him and Kyle Lowry were true leaders. That's another point guard that actually gets slept on. Now, I don't think Kyle Lowry is he's borderline. He's borderline Hall of Fame, but he might get in just off the strength of that Raptors championship, because he was the leader of that team, not Kawhi Leonard. You and the damn Sixers. Yeah. Hey, we're very slept on. Joel Embiid is coming back, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm going to tell you like this, right? We could surprise a lot of people. Am I happy about Joel Embiid coming back? No, I'm not. That's what I was telling Chilltown yesterday. Shout out to Chilltown Hoops, the OG, man. Go sub to his channel. I told him, man, that I'm not happy with Embiid coming back, but it is what it is. We could use any help that we want. But they were trying to tell me that although he's stupid for doing this and playing through injuries and stuff like that, I had to look at it and I had to sit back and really think about it. I said, you know what? Joel, he is sacrificing. It's not like this guy hasn't played with broken hands, broken orbital bones, torn meniscuses, everything else, man. He's always played through injury, so I give him that. Yeah, you said he was a coach on the floor. Yeah, he was, and that's what the point guard position is. It's an extension of the coach on the floor, And when we look at that Lakers championship, one could argue, a lot of people they trip out when I say something like this. Yeah, LeBron, he got the MVP of the finals. But there were a lot of people that said, like, Anthony Davis could have got it had it not been for the injury, and Rajon Rondo. And I know y'all probably look at the stats and stuff, and you're saying, well, how would he get MVP and stuff? He didn't really score that much. No, he hit the right shots at the right time, and it impacted the game. And it's the same case that you can make for a guy like Andre Iguodala when he got Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? Or even with Kawhi Leonard. Those guys those numbers weren't jumping out at you. Rondo's numbers weren't jumping out at you, but he was there at the right time, and he got you're talking about a guy that had championship experience. So yeah, Rajon Rondo, in my opinion, and this might you say he was the common factor for the Lakers. Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, he was the intellect too. He was the basketball mind. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Listen, he one could argue that he was the leader because he held everybody accountable. He even held LeBron didn't want no smoke with Rondo because Rondo used to give LeBron hell in his early careers when he guarded him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he completely shut LeBron down or anything like that, but he used to give LeBron problems. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, and that's what I was saying. Rondo didn't mind guarding. He didn't mind guarding the Kobe Bryant. He didn't mind guarding, the superstar caliber players. Yeah, he definitely was. He was the vocal leader. Rondo always held guys accountable. You know, he used to get into it. With the big three, but they respected Rondo. I mean, can you imagine like what people were thinking when he had to hold a guy like Kendrick Perkins accountable? But guess what? Kendrick Perkins respected Rondo. When he had to hold a guy like KG accountable, I mean, that's not often because KG was the leader too. To me, the leaders on that team, on that Celtics team, because I know and I watched them, Sugar would tell you and True the King would tell you, it was Rondo and it was KG. And KG, they were the vocal leaders. Yeah, he didn't mind. He didn't mind. He didn't mind calling you out. He didn't mind checking you, and that's what a great point guard is supposed to do. People don't think that John Stockton used to do that. John Stockton used to hold people accountable. Magic Johnson used to hold people accountable. Of course, Isaiah Thomas would hold people accountable. Him and Bill Laimbeer before that final time when they got into it and they got into a fight, and that's what ultimately forced Bill Laimbeer to go ahead and retire. They were always getting into it. As a point guard, you got to be tough, man. You have to say some things to some people that they might not want to hear. You might have to tell a guy, man, look, I don't want you shooting out from 15 foot or longer because you are disrupting the flow of the offense. You're the one that's causing us, havoc on the other end of the floor and having to make up for you. What's up, Ron? I see you in the building, man. So, yeah, Rondo definitely is a Hall of Famer. He brought another championship to Beantown, and he also uh, brought a championship to well, you can call it Beantown too when we talk about the Lakers. You know, yeah, you cause havoc when you got a guy that really can't shoot. Like if you got a guy like Kendrick Perkins that just comes down shooting, 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 you know damn well that he can't shoot or something like that. You need a point guard that provides leadership to stand up to a guy like Perkins because there might be some guys that are afraid of Perkins because they know that Perk got a light fuse. Man, Perkins, his job on there was just really to be an enforcer, and he was a big body, and he would clog up the lane and be physical and beat guys up anyways. So he was ready for the action at all times. A non-shooter is a self-check. Yeah, that's a good point. He said, Rondo, I got a ring. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, that's what I was saying. One could argue that besides LeBron, it could have been AD or it could have been Rondo that could have got that Finals MVP. But nobody wants to look at it like that. They want to look at all the numbers and whether he put up 20 points and all that other stuff. Sometimes it's not about that. It's about being at the right place at the right time. Ron, if you go back and look at that series, go and really look throughout the whole playoffs. Really, Rondo showed up at the right time, and his shooting had got. I mean, his jumper was wet. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, you'd be like, "Oh, Rondo, don't shoot." They used to leave Rondo open. They used to leave him open on purpose because they were like, he wasn't that great of a shooter. But shoot, you leave him open now. You left him open when he was playing with the Lakers. He was gonna knock him down. Yeah, Dwight did too. You said, yeah, it should have been AD in my opinion. Yeah, AD, but he had got hurt. But up until he had got hurt, man, and he still played and everything. He still played through it, but he was playing through injuries or whatever. But yeah, it could have been AD or it could have been Rondo. You said Rondo, Brian, AD, Dwight, uh, unbeatable. Yeah, and then also y'all had, man. See, listen, I think the most stupidest thing that they did was breaking that whole team up. But we all know a lot of that, and Dwight Howard wanted more money, man. If I was Dwight, I would have just stayed, but he wanted his money. But we got to understand that Dwight was 1 foot in, 1 foot out the league, so you really didn't have no choice. And all of these other guys, they wanted it, they wanted a payday. Breaking that team up with JaVale McGee, AD, Rondo, KCP, Alex Caruso. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had a squad, man. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building, bro. Y'all had a squad, man. But I'm gonna talk about this other one, man. This other subject when we talk about Domantas Sabonis. Domantas Sabonis, as you know, he became the only player besides Wilt Chamberlain to have 1,000 rebounds and 600 assists in a season. Okay, that's a magnificent accomplishment. Wilt did it twice. He did it in '66 and '67, and he did it in the following year in '67 and '68. Okay. Domantas Sabonis is a force to be reckoned with. He's been busting the Lakers' ass this whole season. Really the past 2 years. Okay, he's been undefeated against AD. Okay, he's putting up 19.6 points per game. Not only that, he's averaging 13 rebounds and 8.3 assists. That's not surprising to me because the reason is his father was a very good passer. When we talk about the late great Arvydas Sabonis, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody saw Arvydas Sabonis when he was all big and stuff like that when he came with the Portland Trailblazers, but Arvydas Sabonis was actually smaller and really could move a lot better than what he did when he came here in his older age. But the knock on Sabonis is that they have taken some slippage. They've slipped to play in contention rather. Okay, they've slipped to play in contention. I think they're at the eighth seed right now, but at one point they were up much higher than that. Dallas has actually taken their place now, and while the Kings have taken some slippage, but he needs to get his props because not only is Sabonis leading the league in rebounds at 13.6. He leads the league in triple doubles at 26, and he leads the league in double doubles at 70. Okay, this guy should have been an all-star, but I think what they were saying that on Undisputed this morning, that's what Paul Pierce was saying. He was saying that Domantas Sabonis doesn't have that presence. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that intimidating presence. which a lot of the guys from European they really don't. But he's kind of like Jokic. He could have a triple double and you not even know it. He could have like 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists and 3 blocks, and you not even know it. So you gotta appreciate a guy like Domantas Sabonis. Yeah, 20, 20, 10, and 15 dimes. And every time he plays AD, he always got his number. He always got AD's number. He just be killing AD. But they like to sleep on a guy like a Domantas Sabonis. You know what I'm saying? And do I think that they're gonna do good if they go in the playoffs? That remains to be seen. I mean, the West is really strong, but him and De'Aaron Fox, they are really making a. They're trying to make their statement that they are a premier 1-2 punch in the league because they feed off good off of each other. He also plays good with Malik Monk, who now he's hurt. Malik Monk is going to be out for quite some time. I think it's like 4 weeks or something like that because of that injury. But up until then, Malik Monk he was one of the leading candidates for Sixth Man of the Year, if not the leading candidate. So yeah, Domantas Sabonis, man, he definitely needs his flowers. I don't think he's I don't think he's getting enough credit. A lot of people say that he's underrated. He is underrated, and he should have been voted to the All-Star game. And I want to say this too. They act like Domantas Sabonis don't do nothing exciting. Man, Domantas Sabonis he be dunking on people. He be dunking on people. They act like he's not skilled or like he's not crafty or something like that. Nah, he's not okay. Domantas Sabonis ain't gonna sit up there and do a whole bunch of one-on-one moves and stuff like that. But for him being a cleanup guy and him being a playmaker and all of that, man, Domantas Sabonis, man, that dude is nice. He is enjoyable to watch, man. Like if you really understand the game, but if you don't, then you're not gonna truly appreciate. You're not gonna appreciate what he does at all. But I want them to face the Lakers. And I'm sorry, Ted. I'm sorry, Ron. But I want them to face the Lakers just so that they can have a chance to beat the Lakers. And um, if they end up beating the Lakers, that's it for the Lakers. That's it for them. That's if they end up facing up, which they most likely probably will face up with them. If we're talking about the play in, and then I always think about that matchup between Sabonis, and I always think about the matchup. You said they not beating the Lakers. Well, they beating y'all all this time during the all this time during the season. Y'all have yet to win a game. And AD, he plays poorly against Sabonis. We talking about the Lakers and the Kings, Cypress. I said Sacramento has a chance to ice the Lakers. They got a chance to pretty much sweep the Lakers for the entire season. And I believe that they can do it. Uh, Sabonis always he has a field day against y'all, and so does De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, he loves facing the Lakers, man. He absolutely be destroying y'all, and so does Malik Monk, man. But Malik Monk, we don't know how. I don't know if he gonna be ready by that time. Malik Monk is out, so yeah, you could bet on him all day, but you're gonna end up losing your money, man. No, they won't. No, they won't. It's impossible. They haven't beaten them this whole entire season. And then on top of that, you got to realize who coached LeBron. It was Mike Brown. He's the coach of the Kings. It's not happening. If they face the Kings and the Kings like to get up and down the floor, they like to run. You might as well forget it, man. It's gonna be lunch all day. It's gonna be breakfast and dinner. They're not beating them. And in order for them to win, I'll take it a step further. Anthony Davis has to be on his A game in order for y'all to have a chance. Unless LeBron has a night like he did against Brooklyn, putting up 40 points and all that. Yeah, and look, I don't want to listen. Y'all can win. You said you betting on the Lakers. Okay, well, if you bet on the Lakers, man, you better not bet that much. Because you have to go in with the fact, you have to look at it from a standpoint of, okay, is AD going to show up? You know, that's the whole thing. That's been his only problem this year. AD hasn't had too many bad games at all. That it's just every time he faces Sabonis, I don't know. I guess that's his kryptonite. Yeah, exactly. You said the league ain't gonna let LeBron. Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Man, you can't say that no more, man. You can't say that. They let him lose last year, and the year before that. Guess what? He didn't go. They didn't go nowhere. So we can't use that anymore, Cypress. We used to be able to say stuff like that. Oh yeah, the league ain't gonna let LeBron lose and stuff like that. Man, what do you mean? If anything, they'll be like, look, it's time to move on. They'll be all right. The league would the league will be just fine, man. And now they can move on. They can move on to some of these other younger teams. People want to see parity. Hell, what you think the NCAA wanted to see Angel Reese out of the tournament? And like the majors are gonna say, yeah, yeah. Oh, she all crying at the press conference because she a human being now and stuff like that. But deep down inside, man, people wanted to see either Angel Reese or Juju Watkins in the Final Four because of the draw that they have. They have draw appeal. You know what I'm saying? Think about the draw appeal that you got with the Western Conference. You got Anthony Edwards. Okay, you got Anthony Edwards. You said the league. You said Stern moved on from Wizard Jordan. Yeah. Well, we all know that situation. See, the thing about it, man, if Jordan wouldn't have never got hurt in the summertime, because he ended up cracking his ribs. Ron Artest broke his ribs that summer, and on top of that, he was having to have his knee drained all the time. But despite all that, Jordan was still hooping. I mean, you call him Floor Jordan or whatever the case is. I think that's what the brother Ticket TV called him, Floor Jordan. I remember hearing that back in the days, but he made me remember that Floor Jordan, Air Jordan to Floor Jordan. But he was still pretty. a pretty good player. And everybody wants to talk about all this 39 and stuff like that. Well, LeBron, even though he scored 40 and everything, he's still a step below Jordan as far as 40-point games. Jordan had 3, he had 2. So the league can move on. They have enough people in that Western Conference that can carry on. They got enough people in the Eastern Conference that people want to see. You got the young Orlando team that's coming up. You got people want to see what's at stakes for the Bucks. They're interested in seeing that if Dame Lillard and Giannis, and if Giannis can get back to the finals. They want to see if Boston wants to get over the hump. They want to see if OKC can actually pull the unthinkable, led by who everybody thinks is a MVP in SGA. You got the Dallas Mavericks, who everybody's itching to see Luka, you know, finally get up over that hill, get back to the Western Conference Finals, and possibly make it again. You got Jokic. Can they repeat? There's so many different storylines that you can make just aside from LeBron. Without him. Matter of fact, one could argue he's part of the problem. If you really want to be honest, why you think so many people last year in comparison to the previous years when it comes to playoff basketball and women's college basketball? It's because women's college basketball, the drama involved. It's more exciting. You're not talking about just one man all the time. You're not just talking about one person. Man, it gets old. Even when Jordan was in the league, they talked about different guys. You talked about Magic Johnson. You talked about Charles Barkley. You talked about Karl Malone. You talked about Sean Kemp. You talked about LJ. You know what I'm saying? You just want to you want to stay on a dinosaur, you know what I'm saying? And LeBron has been great, but everybody want to move on. Yeah. Watch out for the Mavs. And you see, that's another one. Can Kyrie and Luka, can they actually coexist with one another and make it so many different storylines? Can Zion finally, get deep in the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? It's so many different storylines than besides, oh yeah, can LeBron get his 5th ring? He knows the writing is on the wall. That's why I put that post up. He said, look, he's on the other side of the hill. He recognizes it. He ain't dumb. And the thing about it is that LeBron already sees the writing on the wall, and this is the major thing. This is the elephant in the room, okay? This is the elephant in the room. And LeBron fans, they don't like hearing this, but I'm here to tell you the writing is on the wall. This is what the elephant in the room is. What the elephant in the room is that he wants to play with his son. But we know that that's not going to happen. He knows that he knows deep down inside that his son is not ready. He know it. I know it. Hell, shoot, my young daughter could tell you that Bronny ain't ready. When you got people you got people saying, you got maybe 1 or 2 people saying that Bronny can make it in the NBA and all this other stuff. But then you got announcers, you got everybody saying Caitlin Clark can play in the big 3. Caitlin Clark could play in the NBA. Juju Watkins could play in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about him. You said LeBron, no, he's an old man. Yeah, I mean, look, and I mean, for his age, is he playing? Is he in good shape and tip top shape? Yeah, we get all that, but it's got to translate to wins, and that's not what it's doing. Now, I get what Ron is saying. What Ronnie is saying is, okay, you said Bryce will be ready before Bronny will. That's a fact. I've been saying that, Cybers. We got the Frankenstein built up. As a matter of fact, Gilbert Arenas' son will be. Gilbert Arenas' son and Cooper Flag will be. If you haven't checked out Cooper Flag, go check out Cooper Flag. He remind me of a big tall version of Brent Berry when he first came out the league. Or when he won the slam dunk contest and all that. And Gilbert Arenas' son, he is nice. I don't care what nobody says. We got some people in here that, probably like, oh, he ain't ready and stuff like that. Man, his finishing package around the rim is already NBA elite. Gilbert Arenas' son is nice, man. So if you're talking about guys like that, yeah, I see NBA potential right now. Like I said, Bronny could get ready. If he's in the gym right now, I'm putting up easily like 2 or 3 thousand. I'm not talking to nobody. Leave me alone. I'm staying off of social media. Come back at USC, and when it gets time for conditioning and stuff like that, I'm winning every drill. You know what I'm saying? Every hustle drill, any type of drill that you put out there. I'm in open gym. I'm at Poly Pavilion. I'm up and down the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I'm in league games. Then I'm back in the gym, putting up another 2-3 thousand, getting some rest. And then by the time it gets time for preseason and stuff like that, he'll be good to go. And then he could average like 16, 17 points or something like that. And then have a strong impact. And then his name will be in that first round. You said Peja. You talk about Peja Stojakovic? I haven't seen him. Yeah, Luka averaging 39 and 9. I meant to say that earlier. Yeah, Luka, I can't criticize Luka. Luka has been balling, but we also got to give respect to Kyrie because Kyrie has held it down too, though, man. When Luka wasn't playing that good, Kyrie has always showed up. Okay, I'll look him up, man. I know. Is he in high school or is he overseas or something? You said freshman college overseas. He was. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never. I must have missed him. I'll check him out though. Thanks for putting me on game. I'm gonna look him up. If I don't know who somebody is, I definitely look him up, man. And you saying he's nice, Ted? So he gotta. Yeah. I will. I'll look him up. It won't be hard to find. I'll look him up. I'll look him up. I used to like Peja Stojakovic. He was deadly in that corner, man. He was deadly in that corner, man. Peja, man. Peja Stojakovic. It seemed like that's the only place he would shoot. Is from the corner. I don't know why y'all beat him all the time. Y'all beat him all the time. The Kings could never beat the Kings could never beat the Lakers. Now you can't say that anymore. You can't say that now. The Kings actually have a chance to knock the Lakers out. They swept them throughout the whole season. And now that we're talking about the play, and I don't think Houston is gonna catch they're not gonna catch Golden State, especially considering that Golden State. I think Golden State done won 5 straight. You can't get payback from 0-2. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, look, man. You can't say that now. We like you used to be able to say, "Oh, it's just a regular season. We'll get the Kings in the playoff and all that other stuff." You can't say that now. You can't say that now. It was a time when you used to be able to say that. You can't say that now. Yeah, they getting revenge, man. They getting revenge from when Robert Horry iced the game. Oh man, the heartbreaker. Yeah, man. But yeah, Rondo, man, he's a Hall of Famer. He definitely he had a phenomenal career. Um, he went to a few other teams after that, but other than that, we know him most from you said De'Aaron Fox and Jamal Murray. Ooh, oh man, that's a tough one, man. I'm only gonna say De'Aaron Fox because De'Aaron Fox actually has led. You know, he's led his team. You haven't seen you haven't seen Murray without Jokic, and Jokic has always been carrying the load. Don't get me wrong. I want to say Murray because I like Murray's game better, but Fox. Nah, I'm taking De'Aaron Fox all day long. De'Aaron Fox knows how to carry a load. De'Aaron Fox has played without the help of superstars. Yeah, he got Sabonis now, but De'Aaron Fox has always been, dolo. He's been doing it dolo. And you also got to think about it. The Denver Nuggets always getting coverage. That Sacramento Kings don't really get. Like, that's what Paul Pierce was saying. To Paul Pierce's point, they don't really get that much coverage. But I like Murray. I like his game. I like his game better. But like overall player, you got to go with De'Aaron Fox. The only time you've seen Murray is with Jokic. Jokic has like this season. Jokic has yet to miss a game, and that's the thing about Jokic. He's so durable, man. He's always you can always depend on Jokic. You don't see him like how you see Embiid. Oh yeah, well we gotta wait on Embiid to come back this week or nothing. Nah, Jokic is there. He's always available. With Jamal Murray, you've never been able to say, okay, well, and see, I'm about to make another point to you, Ted. Okay, like with Kobe, right? With Kobe, yeah, first ballot. You think Rondo first ballot? Yeah, he got someone with a strong case. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not first ballot. Zion and Ben Shiro. I had to go Zion. I had to go Zion, man. And I like Ben Shiro, but if Ben Shiro could end up going further in the playoffs than Zion, then we have a conversation. But this is what I was about to say about Jamal Murray. Okay, when Shaq went out, when Shaquille O'Neal went out, Kobe Bryant was always there to pick up the load, to pick up the slack. You seen Kobe be able to lead and be put in as a leader, even though he was still learning to be a leader. He wasn't quite there yet as a leader, but he was still learning. But he was still, nevertheless, he was put in that position. Jamal Murray hasn't been put in that position to ball like, a long period of time without Jokic. Jokic has been able to do that without Murray. And that's what I want to see. I want to see if you place Jamal in a situation where he's by himself, can he lead a team? But yeah, with Zion, I got Zion all day, man. I got Zion all day long. Especially the way that he's playing, man. Uh, Zion, the more I look at him, like I said, man, he reminds me of LJ. Yeah, yeah. I've always saw him as LJ. You know, I don't want him to have a career like LJ. I actually want his career to be better than LJ. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. That's how LJ had came in. He came in like one of them guys that was real big, swole, and everything. Um, Everybody thinks like Zion is fat and everything, but he just big bone. You know what I'm saying? He's actually pretty stronger than he looks. You said LJ's back issues hurt him. Yeah, it did. I mean, when he went to New York, man, he clearly wasn't the same player, man. Cause I used to do that when I was young. I'd be like, man, how come he not jumping? How come Grandma ain't getting up there like he used to? How come he just shooting a jumper now all the time and stuff like that? But I didn't realize when I was young what he was going through. Yeah, he was, man. But I miss that LJ man that used to cuff the ball, man, and just come through the lane, bruh. Or get an offensive rebound, man, and just vertically jump up and dunk it, man. Yeah, man. But nah, that was it, man. I was just coming on here just to talk my ish about Rajon Rondo, playoff Rondo as they call him, and also talk about the evolution of Demontis Sabonis. But I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to me. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Until then, man, it's straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. Shouts out to the whole Lions Den basketball and boxing community. I'll get at y'all later.